So in today's video, I'm going to be explaining the infamous Toji Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen in detail, from who he is as a character all the way down to his abilities. With season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen around the corner, you just know I had to do a video on Toji, with him being an anomaly and one of the strongest and deadliest figures in the world of JJK, as well as being the biological father of Megumi Fushiguro. So it goes without saying that this video will contain spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen, and even though I'll be diving deep into Toji's character and abilities, I'll try not to mention any information that doesn't strictly relate to Toji. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Jujutsu Kaisen content. Toji is first introduced us in Jujutsu Kaisen during the Gojo's past arc, after the narrative for the arc of capturing the Star Plasma Vessel has been established between the groups of Jujutsu High, the Q, and the Star Religious Group. We learned that the Star Religious Group, though strong in their faith towards a pure Master Tengen, are actually filled of non-curse users, so they don't really have a chance in the fighting department of this quest to capture the new Star Plasma Vessel, Rico Aminai, which is why they've taken measures by hiring Toji. Now at first glance, Toji is a well-built man who wears somewhat of a ferocious face and has the confidence to match, which is definitely fitting for the type of person he is. And I'll keep it real, this man is a straight up savage and a total piece of shit. But Toji is originally from the Zenin clan, being one of the big 3 sorcerer clans within the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. However, Toji and his clan aren't actually on good terms at all, and it stems from the fact that regardless of how formidable he is, he lacked curse energy, so it means he couldn't actually exercise curses by himself. It's pretty much identical to the situation we see with Maki very early on in the series and how she's mistreated as a result of being different. She possesses little to none cursed energy and can't even see curses, so she's viewed as inferior and useless. So although the situation with Toji is mainly verbally described or hinted at through the manga, we can assume what kind of things he went through being discriminated amongst those who are supposed to be his own family, which makes the fact that he cut all ties with the Zenin clan very understandable, and why he goes by his wife's name of Fushiguro. And I should also point out that with Maki, she possesses very little cursed energy to the point she basically doesn't have any, but Toji has exactly none. Literally zero cursed energy, which makes him not only an anomaly in the Zenin clan but the entire Jujutsu world. And it was further explained by Yuki Tsukumo that he's the first case of this ever, literally ever, which definitely worked to his advantage. After leaving the clan, Toji became an assassin who would earn the reputation of being a sorcerer killer, and along the way he would meet his wife and have Megumi. Although at this point Toji was so far gone as an individual, he ended up leaving Megumi after his wife died, and even plotted to sell Megumi to the Zenin clan when he was old enough to manifest his curse technique. So for the most part, Toji really has no redeeming qualities, especially in the father department. But now that I've given a brief rundown on Toji's history, let's start getting into his abilities and the situations which cemented his name as one of the strongest and fierce in Jujutsu Kaisen. First, we have Toji's heavenly restriction, which resulted in his body having zero cursed energy. In Toji's case, the trade-off for having no cursed energy due to the heavenly restriction is that his body is essentially superhuman, as he's capable of performing unbelievable feats purely from his physical prowess. Due to his body possessing no cursed energy, his 5 senses were also heightened to a degree that's incomparable to any other humans. Toji's senses are so extraordinary that he's able to detect curses, which is something normal humans without cursed energy can't usually perceive unless they're on the brink of death. And in turn, his lack of curse energy also allows him to appear invisible to sorcerers, since there's no actual curse energy for them to trace, which would obviously be an overwhelming advantage for him in battle. And the fact that he was able to sneak attack Satoru Gojo, a user of the 6 Eyes and Limitless technique, further proves how formidable Toji is due to his heavenly restriction. Toji is also a master strategist and wielder of weapons. As expected of a man who can't use curse energy, Toji has to find a way to level the playing field somehow, and his technical abilities paired with his cunning wit definitely allows him to bring out the most of his raw power. Toji was able to immediately conjure up a plan of action to combat Gojo and his allies by using his own experience and previous one-time encounter when Gojo, as a child might I add, was able to detect his presence while Toji was behind him. And in the words of Toji himself, that was the first and last time that anyone ever noticed him standing directly behind him. Which is why Toji forced Gojo's group to protect their target under the illusion of achieving false goals due to the bounty on her head, which made Gojo overuse his technique and presented Toji the smallest of windows to get the drop on him and stab him directly through the chest, since Gojo was already fatigued due to lack of sleep and constant guarding of the Star Plasma Vessel. And you honestly have to praise Toji for even being able to pull this off. Another vital piece to Toji's arsenal is his cursed spirit that he uses to store a variety of things, from normal weapons to cursed tools to even other cursed spirits. Now, just off the fact that this cursed spirit he has allows him to deploy a variety of different methods when fighting, makes it extremely useful. But Toji makes it even more effective by ingesting the cursed spirit inside his own body, which as a result makes the cursed spirit impossible to detect due to the fact that Toji has zero cursed energy. Throughout the series, Toji has also used a variety of cursed tools that really allow him to show how versatile he is as a fighter. The first being the split soul katana, and as the name suggests, it allows the individual wielding it to strike directly at one's soul, while also being able to cut through the toughest of substances. Toji used this to free himself from Geto's Rainbow Dragon, which was definitely a testament to his strength, as the Rainbow Dragon was one of Geto's strongest curses at the time. The next curse tool used under Toji is probably the most well-known one throughout the fandom, and that's the Inverted Spear of Heaven, since it allowed Toji to completely nullify and bypass Gojo's infinity, which is something nobody would have thought was possible at the time. By initiating his flurry of attacks with the Inverted Spear of Heaven, Toji came ever so close to killing Gojo, which again is just insane. The fact that the Inverted Spear of Heaven can nullify any curse technique once you make contact with the person makes it completely broken. It just speaks for itself, honestly. After that, we see Toji use the Chain of 1,000 Miles, and this weapon is really unique since it's a chain that can endlessly extend as long as one of the chain's ends can't be seen. So in regards to range, there's really no distance that's too far, but you can imagine due to the ability to extend endlessly, it will probably be very hard to use once it extends past a certain distance, unless you have superhuman strength like Toji's. He also used the Chain of 1,000 Miles in conjunction with the Inverted Spear of Heaven to try and counter recently awakened Gojo. And last but not least, during the Shibuya arc of Jujutsu Kaisen following the resurrection of Toji, and him being so much of an anomaly that he broke the rules of the summoning ritual, ultimately claiming back his body for himself, against the special grade curse spirit Dagon, we see Toji using the special grade curse tool, Playful Cloud. And the main gimmick of the Playful Cloud tool is that it embodies pure power, which being paired with Toji's already superhuman ability was a definite recipe for disaster, for his enemy at least. Toji further utilized the Playful Cloud by rubbing the staff together, turning it into a sharp object which he used for stabbing attacks, which again just shows Toji's versatility and high battle IQ. But with that being said, that's a wrap on Toji's abilities, and we come to the end of the video. Honestly, Toji is one of those characters within the series that just stick with you forever. Outside of the fact that he fought Gojo and the havoc he unleashed in Shibuya, his whole being, his literal existence was against the grain and the foundation of the Jujutsu world, which lays out the core principles for the story of Jujutsu Kaisen. Despite leaving the Zenin clan, he still haunts them to this day and had a big impact on the major names out of the clan that we know. He was also the literal cause of breaking fate due to his intervention and role he played during the Gojo's past arc with the merging of Tengen and the Star Plasma Vessel, and the guy was literally resurrected and took control. Toji was actually him. But I do hope you enjoyed the video on Toji, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more JJK videos. With season 2 around the corner, I'll start posting more videos, some that I've already worked on and some that I need to start working on ASAP. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.